Hey guys, Betsy here with I Breathe I DIY. Thanks for joining me again for another tutorial. Today we're going to be laying a luxury vinyl plank flooring in a beautiful maple wood finish. Now when we're installing this, the first thing that we have to do is for each row, we have to line them up end to end and get that seam nice and strong. And then you put the whole row together. So when we put it together, as you can see here, you go ahead and you have your wood that's on the floor and you take your next one and you line it up and you click it into this little groove and then you lay it down. And as you can see, it makes a beautiful seam. Now when you get to an end, you're going to need to cut a piece, which will help naturally make a staggered effect on your floor because the end that you cut off will then become the beginning of your next row. Now, as you can see, I've marked it where I need to cut it, and I'm gently, with a little light pressure, using a utility knife with a straight edge to go across the top of that wood printed section on the vinyl plank. Now I'll go over it probably 3 or 4 times gently. You don't have to press down really hard. You're not really trying to cut it, you're just trying to repeatedly score it. And then I flip it over, and just using my hands, it just snaps off. Now we've taken the piece that we cut off, and that will start our new row. We have connected 2 boards end to end, and as you can see here, I'm connecting the last one, the one that we just cut off, to make that entire strip row that you need, like I showed you in the very beginning of this video. And now we're going to take the entire row and we're going to slip it into the groove. It was easier with 2 people, though you can do it with 1 person, but it was much easier to have 1 person on each end. Once you have 1 row into place, you're ready to start working on the next. Once I got to the doorway, I had some pieces that needed to be cut a little differently, so I used my jigsaw. I went ahead and I marked the planks where I was going to need to cut them using a dry erase marker so it would easily wipe off when I was finished. And then I slowly went ahead and cut out the sections that I needed. Now make sure that you are cutting the correct end of your plank. I did make that mistake once, so I just wanted to go ahead and clear that up, that you have to make sure because you can only put these in one direction. We had to take a little break for a little while on this and get some other things done. When we came back, it was quite dark, so we set up some lights and then we worked on finishing the floor here. We went ahead and we finished the room the exact same way. Look at how big and bright it made it look. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I'm Betsy, and thanks for joining me on I Breathe I DIY.